Okay, welcome back from a long break. Today's exit ticket was to factor the quadratic expression 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. And we're going to use the reverse box method for this. So what we do first is, of course, draw our box like so. And in our first box, we're going to put our first term, which is 2x squared, and in our last box we're going to put 12, which is our last term. Now what we have to do is multiply a times c. So a times c right here is equal to 24. What we want to do is find two numbers that multiply to equal 24 and combine to equal 11. So we can just do a little cross method action here. So we've got 24 and 11. And this may seem kind of hard, so what you can do is just list the factors of 24. So we can start with 1 and 24. Then we can do, let's see, 2 and 12. Let's see, 1 and 24, that's not going to combine to 11. 2 and 12, doesn't look like they're going to combine to 11. Let's do 3 and 8. 3 plus 8 is actually equal to 11, and 3 times 8 is equal to, 24. So that looks like that's going to be our pair of numbers that we're going to work with. So we said 3 and 8 are the numbers we're going to work with, so let's do 3x and 8x. And we can see that this is correct because if we combine 8x and 3x, we'd get 11x right here. Okay? So let's start doing our GCF. So we want to find the GCF of each row and each column. So for this row, it looks like our GCF is going to be 2x. That's the biggest term that goes evenly into both terms, 2x. It can't be 2x squared because there's no exponent for this term right here, and it can't be anything greater than 2 because of this 2 right here. So 2x is our first term. Let's look at this row. 3x and 12, well, we know there can't be a variable in our GCF because there's no variable with the 12. So it looks like the largest term that can go into both evenly is the number 3. Alright, let's move on to the vertical part. So now we want to find out for 2x squared and 3x. It seems like the only term that will go in evenly with both of them is x. 2 and 3 don't have any common factors other than the number 1. Okay, now 8x and 12. Again, this is not going to have a variable in the GCF because 12 does not have a variable with it. So it looks like the biggest number we can choose is 4 because 4 goes evenly into 8x and 12. Alright, so it looks like we have our factors. What we can do is just do a quick multiplication check to make sure we're right. So 2x times x, well, that's 2x squared. 2x times 4, well, that's 8x. X times 3, well, that's 3x. And 3 times 4, that's 12. So it looks like we have our factors already. So our answer, when we write it out, is going to be 2x plus 3, and we got that from this right here, times x plus 4, and we got that from this right here. And that's our answer. We can check it by foiling it out, and I can do that really quickly on the side right here. So our first terms, that'll give us 2x squared. Our outer terms, that'll give us 8x. Our inner terms, that'll give us 3x. And our last terms, that'll give us 12. If you combine like terms right here, we get 2x squared plus 11x plus 12, and that's exactly the same as the problem we started off with. So our answer is 2x plus 3 times x plus 4. Alright, so for the extension problem, I'd like you to try and factor this quadratic trinomial right here, so that's 3x squared plus 13x minus 10, you're going to be using the reverse box method as well. I will see you tomorrow.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.